So, you've just installed Redstone tweaks, but like the look of clean redstone dust better than the default texture? Or maybe you're playing a lot of survival and want to disable outlined wool and concrete. Maybe you even want additional outlines. You've come to the right place. Hey everybody, I'm Redstone and welcome to this customization video for Redstone tweaks. Since Redstone tweaks is fully centered around making Redstone easier to work with, it also comes with a few features that might feel a little bit overkill to the average user. Leaves displaying the distance to the nearest log block is a very useful feature for working with leafstone. But if all you're ever playing is survival, it might just be a little irritating. So with this video I want to show you how to easily enable and disable any features you do or do not like, and how you can use alternative textures to adjust even the small details to your liking. Let's get started. Once you have downloaded Redstone tweaks and put it into your resource packs folder, the first step is to extract it from the zip archive. This isn't strictly necessary, but will make your life easier in the long run, since it allows you to see any changes without always having to restart Minecraft. Simply right-click the zip file and select Extract All, or use an external program like 7-zip or WinRAR. As you can see, this creates a folder called Redstone Tweaks. Just delete the zip file and open up that folder. For a detailed list of all credits, features and changes you can make, have a look at the credits.txt file. I will also update this one every time I update Redstone tweaks, so I'd suggest you give it a read. To enable and disable features, first navigate to Assets, Minecraft and then Block States. Any changes Redstone tweaks makes to blocks are listed inside this folder. Simply search for the feature you want to disable, select it, right-click and then choose Cut. Now open up the Disabled Features folder and select Paste. This also works the opposite way around. Select any files from the Disabled Features folder and move them to block states to enable them. And just like that, I have just changed the texture of all leaves and terracotta blocks. Don't click off just yet though, because we still need to make changes to the item models. If you skip the following step, the blocks in your inventory may look different to the blocks actually placed in your world. Let's fix that. Navigate back to Assets, Minecraft, but this time choose Models and then Item. Now, simply repeat your previous steps. Move any features you want to disable to Disabled Features, and any features you want to enable from Disabled Features to Item. Now, both the block and item textures should be adjusted. To see your changes in game, simply press F3 and T with the resource pack enabled. The simple method I just showed you works for all Redstone tweaks block changes, except for the trap chest. Chests count as block entities, so you have to use a different approach. Go to Assets, Minecraft, Textures, Entity, Chest. Delete or rename the files to get back the vanilla trap chest, or simply tweak the textures to your liking. It's up to you. Speaking of textures, what about those alternative textures I promised you? Once again, you can find a full list in credits.txt. Simply scroll down until you reach the section Alternative/Optional Textures. For this example, I'll change the look of redstone dust. Navigate to Assets, Minecraft, Textures, Block, and then whatever block you want to change. To get a better overview of all textures inside the folder, right-click, select View, and then Tiles. The three textures responsible for the look of redstone dust are Dot, Line 0, and Line 1. Let's swap them out for the different looking textures located in Alt. Simply move the original files to Backup and the replacement files into the main folder. For other alternative textures, you might also see images with _alt at the end of their name. Let's say I want redstone dust to also display its signal strength of 0 when it's unpowered. As you can see, this folder contains both a file named 0, which is just an empty texture, and 0_alts, which displays the number 0. For replacing the initial texture, simply change its name to something else and rename the alternative texture to the same file name the original had. So just remove _alt. And that's all you have to do to load any alternative textures. Let's check out our changes in game. Once again, simply press F3 and T with the resource pack enabled. And as you can see, my redstone dust now has a different look and displays the signal strength number even with a signal strength of 0. Speaking of signal strength, as you may or may not have seen in the showcase video, Redstone Tweaks will display a chart in the inventory of some containers. It lets you easily see the signal strength you would get when taking the container's comparator output, depending on the number of items inside. But what if you don't always want to see that chart? Or maybe you don't want your item names to show additional information, like the jukebox or pressure plates do. Well, no worries. Once again, all of those features can easily be disabled. Simply go to Assets, Minecraft, Lang, and then select your in-game language. Please note that the custom item names and overlays will only work when Minecraft is set to one of the languages listed inside the folder. Open up your preferred language JSON file in any text editor. You'll see that the document is divided into different sections. The different comparator output charts are located at the top. Anything jukebox related in the center. And other custom item names at the bottom. To disable a feature you don't like, simply change its identifier name. Let's say I no longer want to see the comparator output chart within the furnace inventory. So I simply go over to this container.furnace identifier and slightly change the name so Minecraft will no longer recognize it. Same goes for all of the other entries. Once you've made your changes, don't forget to save the document. As a simple texture reload in Minecraft shows, all the changes have perfectly been applied. And that's everything you need to know to fully customize Redstone Tweaks. If you still have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments or over on my Discord server. The link is in the description. Thanks a ton for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Redstone stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!